What the freak is up, my curious souls? My name is Tiyana and I am the proud founder of the Fearless Fulfillment Podcast. I'm a passionate enthusiast of life, and my main goal is to live and help others live their most aligned and fulfilled lives. Everyone needs a personal hype woman that's brutally honest and pushes you to be your best. And that's me, mofos. I don't care if you're a woman, man, cat, dog, fish. You deserve to live a life that you design. In this podcast, I help you to take control of your life. I use profanity. I push you to challenge what you've always known. And my hope is that we can evolve and grow together. Aloha, and welcome to another episode of the Fearless Fulfillment Podcast, folks. I am so excited right now. Why? Because I'm finally back in my quote-unquote studio, and I'm finally getting to use my microphone again because the majority of the time that I'm recording these podcast episodes, I'm using my headphones mic. That is literally the mic that we all have in our freaking corded earbuds that we have from Apple. So I finally get to use my high quality microphone. So I'm just so freaking excited to go ahead and dive deep with you folks today. So if you folks are new, welcome. All right. Welcome to the Fearless Fulfillment family, in which we dive deeper into ourselves and we start to cultivate an amazing community of growth. So I am so excited that you're here. If this is the first time that I have the pleasure of meeting you, my name is Tiyana, and my two love languages are quality time and physical touch. And so since I can't consensually give you a nice little hug right now, I am going to take your time as the precious gift it is, because I know that you could be doing a million other things right now, and the fact that you've decided to spend your time here with me today means more than you could possibly ever imagine. So with that being said, let's dive into today's episode, which is all about the saying, "It's lonely at the top." If you haven't heard this saying or this expression, "It's lonely at the top," it basically means that powerful and successful people often have few friends. And I feel like the expression is taken in a negative light sometimes, because a lot of people might think that that saying means you grinded so hard, and had such intense tunnel vision that you lost your friends because you weren't present and you ignored them. Or it's lonely at the top, meaning that you stepped on people to get to where you are and you burned bridges in order to get that success and that fame or that fortune that you've always been looking for. And you've decided to compromise your morals because of that, in order to advance in the world and to get to that top pillar that you want to get to. But I personally have a completely different take on it, and it might not even be a completely different take. There's probably people who have this take anyway on the saying. I don't know, but it's the first time that you're going to hear it from me, all right? I believe that people are looking for any excuse in the book in order to avoid taking accountability for where they're at in their life right now. And I'm not talking about people who are dealing with generational trauma, generational poverty, or simply growing up with disadvantages that a lot of people can't even imagine or compute in their head. I'm talking about people who will go out of their way to blame someone else for why they're not where they should be, rather than owning their mistakes and fixing them. So let me try to explain this a little bit better. I personally have lost friends because they're just simply not in alignment with the direction I'm taking in my life. So it's not anything that they did per se, or it's not anything that I hold against them or anything like that. Like, we didn't part in a very disgraceful and disgusting and judgmental way. We separated because they were either stuck in the past, they were toxic, they had changed their entire identity from what I had once known. And I'm not talking about evolving and changing, because obviously we're all going to evolve and change and grow into the people that we're meant to be, duh. I'm talking about that they were influenced by someone else or a previous relationship or a current relationship. And because of that, they changed their entire identity to match or to be accepted by that group or that individual. They compromised who they were at the expense of others, or at the expense of being liked by others. Or it could be none of those things, and we just simply wanted different things in life, so we parted. I'm not saying that all my friends need to have the same goals as me, but they need to at least have a goal. There's a difference between being content, grateful, and basking in all your hard work that you've been doing and also just embracing and loving the current moment that you're in and just simply being stagnant. Like simply being completely stagnant and not wanting to do anything and blaming everybody else for the reason why you are not where you want to be. So I believe that successful and powerful people often have few friends because they haven't met the people that are energetically in line with where they want to go and what goals they have. So I'm going to give you a nice little story time, folks, of why this podcast episode is even being talked about right now and why I think everyone needs to understand this concept, okay? One of my really, really, really dear and near close friends are currently going through this right now where their two best friends who they literally grew up with are starting to ghost them and hang out with each other and post about it on their social media and that kind of stuff. Like, you know, when people begin to get super petty and they stop inviting you places, or maybe you like watch this happen to somebody else where they stop inviting them places and then they're like, oh, I don't know what our plans are, whatever. And then you see them literally out together and you're like, oh, sick. Like, you did know what your plans were, you just didn't want to include me. That is exactly what is freaking going on here. And I truly know that these two best friends, that my really close friend, you know what? We're going to put some names to them, all right? I'm going to say my really, really close friend, his name is Cal, all right? Cal is my bestie and my really, really close friend. Lyndon and Kentucky. Yeah, we're going to go Lyndon and Kentucky. Wow. I don't know where these names are really popping up out of my head, but you know what? We're gonna freaking roll with it. We're gonna roll with it today. Cal is my bestie. Lyndon and Kentucky are basically being buttholes and telling Cal that they don't know what their plans are. Oh my gosh, like we're so busy, but they end up just going to hang out with each other by themselves and posting about it. So you know that if you were trying to actually get away from this person, you would keep it really low key. You would like try to hang out and not really post because you don't want them to know about it. But no, it's very strategically planned. As much as I do not like Lyndon and Kentucky, they're not idiots. So they know exactly what they're doing. Cal currently is really on the up and ups. Like everything is going well for Cal. The sky is the limit for him. And because of that, I believe that his two best friends are starting to distance themselves from him. And you want to know why? It's because people are intimidated by success. Scrub mentalities are intimidated by success. There are some people in this world who are your friend until you become more successful than them, and then they're out. Then they're done, right? And I'm going to say that again because I need this to really register with everybody. There are people in this world who are your biggest hype man. You know, they're your bestie for the restie, like ride or die, whatever you think that of them, until you become more successful than them in their eyes, and then they are out. They're done. And it is truly because your success makes them feel bad about their own achievements and their own accomplishments that they've had. Like I said before, people will try to avoid anything that involves taking accountability. They try to avoid anything that brings them to an awareness about their insecurities or their deepest parts of themselves that they haven't really accepted. And these people could even possibly be your closest friends. Like with that scenario that I just explained, Cal and Lyndon and Kentucky were literally best friends since they were tiny, like literally elementary school. And now that they are in high school, there's now that gap and there's now that rift in their relationship because of the insecurities that Lyndon and Kentucky are feeling because of Cal's success. And Cal is not boasting about his success. He's not shoving it down their throats. He's not constantly bringing up his accolades that he discovers, and he's not talking about all these things that are going well for him. And honestly, that drives people who have scrub mentalities even more up the wall, because if you are humble and you are grinding and things are going well for you, then there's really nothing they can say about you because you're doing everything right. You're being a good friend. You're being there for them. You're just grinding and you're going towards your goals. And there's nothing wrong with that, but they see something wrong with that because it reveals and exposes an insecurity that they don't feel like they are enough. So they need to bring you down or make you feel like crap because they don't feel like they're good enough, right? They start to distance themselves because of that green monster named jealousy that starts to literally consume them. They want the success that you have, but they don't want to work as hard. So they choose to just cut you out. Scrubs, also, guys. Scrubs like to hang out with other scrubs. You will find this very, very accurate if you look around any sort of social setting. Scrubs like to hang out with other scrubs because it makes them feel better about themselves. If you surround yourself with people who don't push you to be better, you never have to worry about living up to expectations because you never set those expectations for yourself in the first place. And I talked a little bit about this on another episode. I was talking to somebody and they said that they don't set goals for themselves because then when they don't reach that goal, like they're not as affected because they just know that they were going to fail anyway. So they took themselves out of the game before they lost, or they took themselves out of the game before even trying or attempting to reach that accolade that they wanted. That is a scrub mentality, and you will find that they hang out and they attract one another so that they can stay in the exact same place, stay comfortable, and just never, ever, ever grow. And that's a way in which that saying, it's lonely at the top, is so accurate because you will lose people along the way because of your success, not because it has anything to do with you personally, but it has to do with the way that they see themselves. So you will lose people in that way, and you might lose, I don't want to say will, okay? It's not a guarantee that all your closest friends are just going to crap the bed and literally leave you. No, I'm not going to say that. I will say that you may lose people along the way because of your ambitions and because of the way that you choose to act and the way that you choose to go about your business nowadays. It's different from the way that they knew you before. It's different from what you previously were. So if they're not on the same page of growth and up-leveling with you, they're going to get left behind, unfortunately, and therefore making it lonely at the top for you. Another way that you'll lose people along the journey of becoming your best self is when they start to think you've literally gone mad. When or if you ever share your ideas, your passions, and dreams with people, they might look at you like you're fucking crazy. Like you just said the most obscene BS they've ever heard, and they need you to get away from them because they think that you have lost all of your freaking marbles, right? And why is that? Why do they think that you're so nuts when you get really jazzed about something? It's because they don't believe that their dreams are possible for them, so they are placing their limiting beliefs upon you. So I touch upon this subject in a previous episode as well, but I bring this point up again because it's super common for people to place the limiting beliefs that they've set for themselves on you because they don't believe that they can become a millionaire or balance a healthy lifestyle. They don't believe they can lift a certain weight or read a certain amount of books or completely switch up their career path or make it as a big musician or singer or be in a happy long marriage or whatever your greatest desires are in life. If they don't believe they can attain their dreams and their goals, they are going to make you feel as if you cannot attain yours. And it might even be subconsciously, like they might not even know that they are doing that to you. They might not even know that they are actually placing their limiting beliefs upon you. But still, they will make you feel bad about yourself because of the raging, amazing desire and fire and passion that has awoken inside of you that they probably have never even noticed or ever discovered within themselves. And when they make you feel like that, I want to let you folks know that is a load of bull honky. That's a load of crapola. You and only you decide what is possible for your fucking life, guys. So once again, it can get lonely at the top because of the people who perhaps used to honestly be in your circle, like your very close circle, they will fall off because they think you've lost your effing mind when in reality, you fucking found it. They will think you lost your mind when in reality, you found it. Okay? So when you have these amazing epiphanies of what you're passionate about, and you're like, holy crap, I totally forgot that I had this passion in my heart and soul. I need to pursue this. And when you decide to do that, if you tell your wants and desires to the wrong people, they are going to make you feel like you're an idiot. And if you take their opinion very seriously and to heart, that can totally be a detriment to you living your most aligned and fulfilled life, because now you're taking on the opinions and the limiting beliefs that they have set for themselves and that they think for themselves on your dreams, and that is not where they belong. Their limiting beliefs are their issues. So do not think that you are less capable because someone else is telling you that, or someone else is like, oh, you're gonna leave your job and pursue the life of your dreams. Why would you do something like that? Like, that's super stupid. I would never do something like that. Oh my god, that is perfect. If you ever hear someone say, I would never do something like that, that is the perfect quote that literally should live in your mind. And when someone says that to you, know in that moment that that is them putting their limiting beliefs upon you. That is like the exact moment that they're putting their limiting beliefs on you. Like, oh, I would never get up on stage. Like, I would never try to gig. Like, it's so stressful. The people that you're around all the time are so annoying. Like, oh, those are their beliefs. That's not yours. That is their beliefs. So it's so important that when you find your mind and when you find what you're jazzed about, you don't allow people's opinions to deter you from that route. You have to know in your heart that you trust you above all else, and that you are going to get it done regardless of who is next to you at the end of this. So understanding and accepting that people's view of you has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. All right, I'm going to say that again. You must understand, honestly, we all must understand and accept that people's view of us has nothing to do with us and everything to do with them. Once we embody that as truth, it is our first huge step in living a life that is truly ours. And you may indeed be quote unquote lonely at the top for a little bit, because your previous friends or loved ones fell off the grid. They no longer are in alignment with you. They no longer, share the same beliefs, or they no longer share the same goals as you. That's okay. It may be lonely for a little bit at the top, but it won't be forever. It won't be for a long time, because when you are in true alignment with your core being and your core self, you glow different. Bitch, you glow different. You shine different. You act and move different. And because of all those things, you attract people in your life that are truly meant to be there. You're no longer settling for scrubs. You're no longer settling for people in your circle that have scrub mentalities. No. And I'm not saying that you need to cut off the people in your circle that have scrub mentalities. I'm not saying that at all, because at that point you may cut everybody off and like now you're like super sad and lonely. No. But if that person that has a scrub mentality is now making you feel like ass because of your hopes and dreams, that's when you have to think about separating yourself. You can still be friends with them. That's totally a-okay, right? But you don't want them to be someone that you go to for advice, right? You don't want that person to be the one that you have these soundboard meetings with where you pitch ideas to them, because you know that their response to your amazing ideas is always going to be that they would never do it, or that was stupid, or that was dumb. So they can still be your friend, but probably not the friend that's going to get you to where you want to go ultimately, right? And as you begin to grow into the person you were always meant to become, you'll find like minded individuals who are not intimidated by your success, but inspired by it. That's the whole point of this, right? We want to be inspired by the ones that we keep around us, right? Then, when you find those like minded individuals who spark inspiration within you, you guys can play a little game of tag in regards to who is inspiring who that day. Like, real and true friends aren't intimidated by your success. They want to help you to cultivate success in your life because honestly, I have this saying in my friend group, when one wins, we all win. Like, for example, if your friend becomes a millionaire or whatever their freaking goal and desire is in this life, guess who the fuck they're taking on their yacht? You. If your friend becomes some sort of high notch like movie star, guess who's going to the afty. Guess who's going to the after party with them? You. Because you've been in their corner and you've been supporting them from day fucking one when they had nothing, right? Because you believed in them and they believe in you. And that's how friendships are supposed to work. You're supposed to go back and forth of give and take and exchanging energy in just such a beautiful way. Real and true friends don't wish the best for you until you quote unquote pass them up. They want you to go above and beyond your dreams while simultaneously pursuing dreams of their own. That is what a healthy friendship looks like, or a healthy relationship in general. And if you are not experiencing those types of relationships right now, don't you fret. Don't you fret, honey baby girl or guy, honey baby guy. The more you make decisions that are fearlessly fulfilled and in true alignment with what you believe to be right with your soul, the closer, oh my God, I keep stuttering. Whenever I get super excited, I freaking stutter like a maniac. So I'm so sorry, guys. That is just me being super passionate. Let's try that sentence one more time. The more you make decisions that are fearlessly fulfilled and true to your core being, the closer you will get to the people who were always meant to be in your life and truly live a life that is fearlessly fulfilled. Whew. Wow. That was a lot. That was a lot, folks. I am currently sweating in my desk chair because of how excited and how pumped up I am for you guys to start to live a life that is truly in alignment with you and start to really accept the fact that if you're on this pursuit and you feel like you're alone, it's not going to be for long. You may even start losing people along the way right now in the journey and in the pursuit of your higher self and of your highest goals and achievements that you want to fulfill. But just know that you're not going to be lonely for long because there are people out there who are meant for you. There are. You're telling me there's like over 7 billion people in the world and all of them are just like freaking selfish and they all like just want their own success? No. There are people out there who can root for you at the same time as rooting for themselves. Like, there really is. And if you have someone in your circle that is not giving you that and is not at least supporting you in your pursuit, genuinely supporting you, by the way, I must add, not just supporting you and trying to wait till you fail kind of thing, then you gotta go. And even if you go it alone, it's better than not going at all. All right? I love you so fucking much. It's actually insane. Like, every time I record these podcast episodes, I feel like I'm literally there in your car or there in your workout or there wherever I'm just chirping in your ear and I feel so connected to you through the mic, even though this is not even posted yet, technically, at the moment that I'm recording it, obviously. But I just feel so connected to every single person that has downloaded one of my episodes and that has shared their time with me because I'm just so excited for the trickle effect that you are going to have on the world when you realize that you deserve to live a life that is fearlessly fulfilled in every single aspect of your being. Let's take some deep breaths, guys, to just end this podcast episode. So inhale and exhale. Wow. I love you so much. Thank you for spending your time here with me today. And I cannot wait to connect with you on the next frickin' episode. In the meantime, what do we always say? Always remember that you deserve to live a life that is fearlessly fulfilled. All right. Majalos. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me today. My biggest hope is that you resonated with something here and it inspires you to incorporate it into your day, your week, your month, your year, and ultimately your life. Always remember, the world benefits when we're all operating as our most authentic, genuine, and fulfilled selves. I love you so much and can't wait to grow together on the next episode. In the meantime, get out there and live your truth.